Welcome. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. Gonna wait a second. I'm also making sure that we are live and that the stream is working. If you're on, say hi. Let me know you're here. All right, there we are. It's weird watching yourself in two different places. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's. And good morning. Happy Saturday. Comment where you're watching from so that we know you're here. And hopefully I'm going to be able to see the comments. If not, I will go back once I get off and check everything out. And let me know who invited you. So even if you're watching the replay, comment and let us know who invited you and where you are watching from. Thank you so much for being here, and let's finish my face. So it's kind of hard to tell because computer, of course, camera is not the best, but I have my mirror over here too that I'll be using as well. But I have this side of my face done other than lips, and lips you will see make the biggest difference because this look we're doing today, the Forever Blush, is so neutral, which I love that about it because you could wear it with like a very muted neutral lip, like not what I have on today. I don't have anything on right now. But I've done that in the last week or two and it looks good. Or you can do it with a pop of red or a pop of pink, pop of color. The blush just works and it works for everyone. So we're going to finish my face, but real quick, before we do that, I want to just share with you what I have done so far, like how I prepped. Of course, skincare. If you have ever heard me share anything, you know that I always say your face is like a cake. And your skincare are the ingredients to the cake, and your makeup is the icing. So if you are not prepping and using a good daily regimen, then your makeup is never going to look like you want it to look. So skincare is the most important. If you're like, I don't know what to use, a lot of times I find that women are not using skincare because they don't know. There's so many options out there. They don't know where to begin. So that's what we are for. That's what your consultant is for. And we also have a skin analyzing app, and it will use technology to analyze your face and give us an idea of your problem areas and all that, which we're women. We know our problem areas, right? We know what we want to improve. So you just need to share that with your consultant. You can also try the products before, but we can build the perfect regimen for you. It does not have to take 30 minutes morning and night. It takes me like 2 minutes max washing my face and everything. And I have lots of steps. I use a lot of supplements. But I use the repair set. The other set that I typically suggest is our Time Wise. The difference in the two is the Time Wise Miracle set is going to prevent aging. It's anti-aging, whereas the repair set is preventing aging. So it's anti-aging as well, but it's also helping to repair and fix any of those issues. Okay. All right. So that. Then I have a new secret weapon. Like, it's not even available for everyone to order until tomorrow, and it will not be on our websites until Monday. But I've been using it for about a month now, and it is our hydrating cream mask. So if you've ever used our moisture renewing gel mask, this is the replacement for it, but I am in love, y'all. So this is going to give you amazing hydration. It's okay if you're Olly combo. It's not going to overhydrate. But what I love about it is a no rinse formula. So there's a few different ways you can do this. You can either put it on at night and sleep in it and get the max hydration, which I do that at least once a week. But what I'm really loving about it is it can be added to your daily routine when you're wearing makeup. So I'm not using it in my daily routine the days that I don't wear makeup. But like today or any day that I put makeup on, especially if I'm going to be wearing makeup all day long, this is my new secret weapon. It's only $24. And you put it on during your skincare routine. If you're interested in it, I can tell you where it would go in your regimen, in your order of application. But y'all, it just helps to make your makeup so much smoother. Since I've been using it under my makeup or in my skincare routine with my makeup over the last month, every time I use it, I get a compliment. Somebody asks me what I'm doing different. So it makes it, you get like that nice glowy skin without it being oily looking. Just a good glow. So this is a must, okay? Like I said, new secret weapon. And then I used our foundation primer. You don't paint a wall before you prime it. Don't put anything on your face before you prime it. It's going to help it to go on smoother. It'll take less foundation and it will last longer as well. And then I also used our 3D matte foundation is what I have on today. And with the foundation, if you're not sure what color you are, we can definitely do a color match. We also have a quiz that you can take, and that gives us an idea of what color you are. The 3D is the Timeless 3D foundation that I use. We have it in matte and luminous, but it is a 12-hour wear. So it lasts throughout the day. Great coverage. It's buildable. Good stuff. And then I have on under eye corrector under my eyes, obviously, and I have on concealer. And so I do just a little bit of concealer in the inside corners, and on the outside corners, I do a little bit right here, a little on my chin, right here. I get a little redness here, so I do a little bit right there, and then I put it on my eyelids. So it will act as a primer, plus it just evens out my eyelids. I don't know about you guys, but my eyelids tend to have that purpley veiny look. So, and the older we get, the worse that gets. So I will put the concealer on my eyes as well. So this one just has concealer on it. That also helps to kind of highlight and lift the brow area. And then of course I also did my brow liner. I use our Precision Brow Pencil to just kind of fill in a little bit because my brows are not dark and full. Okay. So that is what I have done so far. All over that I will not be doing. I have some other things, of course, on this side of the face that I don't have on this side of the face. So we're going to get to it, starting with our Forever Blush Eye Palette. The brushes that I'm going to use, the eye brushes, are going to be the All Over Shadow Brush, our Blending Brush, Smudger Brush, and our Crease Brush, okay? So I'm going to start with that all over all over eyeshadow brush. I've even had coffee and worked out and everything already this morning. And I'm going to use the lighter of the sparkles, the pink sparkles, not the like Moonstone, the lightest color, but it's called Rose Gold. So I'm going to put that on my all over foundation brush. Not foundation brush, eyeshadow brush. Wow. And I'm just going to pat that, not on the inside corner, but everywhere else on my lid. So you can see I leave that inside corner free and just pull it out. And I do pat and not brush because that will help the product stick and you won't have as much fallout. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with the Sunlit Rose, which is the like more pink. It's a more vibrant pink and it's sparkle as well. And I'm going to take that just on the outside corner and a little higher into the crease. I know it's kind of hard to see it because it is such a neutral, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay. And then I'm going to switch brushes. And I'm going to use our crease brush, eyeshadow crease brush, so it has that angle. And I'm going to do the Dusty Rose, which is this matte pink color. And I just pat my brush in that. I'm going to place, so you see this angle? I'm going to place this bottom right here at the top of my crease. This one I do pull. And then I also pull it down. So I'm pulling it across and down. Do y'all see that? They definitely match more now. Go across and down. And then I'm going to take this smudger brush. So it's just more defined, tighter bristles. And that Moonstone, which is like that whitish shimmer color, whitish gold. I'm going to take that on the inside corner. I put a little and pull it down. And then also under the brow. Okay. And then this is the most important step, and the step that people typically don't do. This is our eyeshadow blending brush. It is everything. Close your eye, place it on your eye, and swirl it all over. It's going to blend all of those colors together so that they flow seamlessly. Nobody's going to be able to look at your eyeball and go, you have on 4 eyeshadow colors, because that is not what we want. That is not what we want. Okay. All right. So there. So simple, y'all. And of course, you do not have to use all 4 colors. You could just use a couple of these. Rose gold is super duper popular. A lot of people wear that one. So you could go without one of the sparkles or without the matte pink, but they just blend together so well. All right, now I'm going to use our waterproof brown eyeliner. All of our eyeliners and lip liners are waterproof, and y'all, they are legit waterproof, but they come off easily with our not under eye corrector. Oh my goodness. I swear, y'all, I had caffeine this morning. 42. That's what I blame it on. I'm 42. But the eye makeup remover, that is what I was talking about. All right. So we're just pulling that very lightly under the eye. And then I also do it very lightly across the top. So you see, I'm not pulling my eye out and then making a line, because when you do that, it makes your eyelid a straight line. And then you draw a straight line. Your eyelid is not a straight line. It has a curve. So I personally rarely use black because I'm too old for that. I need soft so it doesn't age me more. It can get a little too harsh. And then this is our eyebrow and eyeliner brush. So I like to take the eyeliner part and just kind of pull that corner out. And it just kind of feathers it out, but it keeps it soft. And then I also do the same thing on that top line to just soften it. And then gently on the bottom, which I don't think I did the bottom on this side. Maybe I did. Okay. So there's eyeliner. You can also take, if you don't have the eyeliner eyebrow brush, you can do the same thing with the smudger brush and just kind of like run it and it'll smudge it out. So that works as well. And then if you do have any fallout, which I don't typically, you can go in, this is my concealer brush that I put that concealer on my eyes with. So you can just kind of pat and pull that up. You can also take a powder brush and just sweep it away. But if you pat it like I showed you and only rub the ones that I said to rub, you will not have a lot of fallout. Okay. All right. So now that is done, mascara, we have several. These are my 2 favorites, the Great Heights, which I love, and the Panorama flat, which I also love. So today I just did Panorama on that one eye this morning. So that's what we're going with. But I love them both. I also love the Lash Intensity. You really can't go wrong. Okay. It's just about what you want in your mascara, which you can share with your consultant, kind of what you're looking for, and that'll help you. All right. Another new product. We had this last year. It's back again. This is our bronzing powder. It's an illuminating bronzer. So it has, I don't know if you'll be able to see, and I dropped this one, so it's breaking, but see like the lighter in there. So that is an illuminating powder. So it gives you just a natural glow. We have it in medium and in deep. So right now I'm using medium. This summer when I'm tan again, I will switch to the deep. Cheek brush. I love that our cheek brush has the angle. It also has this place for your thumb. So it's guided. If you don't know what you're doing, if you put your thumb there, it's going to make you hold the brush in the right way. All right. So I've already done this side. I just put a little bit on there. And then, so this is my cheekbone. I'm going to go right under my cheekbone, but you don't want to pull it down too far. See that? And then I put it on my jawline. I already did some there, and I think I already did it up here this morning, but we can do a little more. And then I flip it to this longer side, tap it, and run it on the side of the nose and across the bottom. Super easy contouring. Doesn't have to be crazy. I love that this bronzer you can also use as like a cheek color. So if I'm not doing a lot of makeup and I just want a little bit of a glow, I will use this as my cheek color. Okay, once I do that, I like to take my all over powder brush and just kind of blend everything out. I think I got more bronzer on one side than the other. It's the hard part about doing half your face, but I didn't want to have to do my whole face on here with you guys because I would keep you for half of your morning. And, you know, I would love to be with y'all that long, but I'm sure you have things to do, especially if you're trying to do your makeup and watching this. All right, so eyes are done. The Forever Blush Palette is $42. The brow liner that I told you about is $14. Mascara, the Great Heights and the Panorama, you're looking at $16 to $18 for all of our mascara. That's what they are. That bronzer that we just used, they are $22. And now we're going to move on and wrap it up with cheeks, or finish my cheeks and lips. Okay, so this is one of our new limited edition colors. It is cherry red. I know it's cherry, but I can't remember. So you may have seen this week, if you follow me on social media, that I've been using some of our new cheek color, or sorry, lip glosses as cheek color. I love minimizing my makeup bag, especially if I'm traveling. But honestly, if I can just use one product for like multiple things, I am here for it. So this is such a good cheek color. This is my personal one. It doesn't bother me to touch my lips and my cheek. So I just do little dots, and then my cheek brush. You can also use your finger. Like I did this in the car one day this week after the gym, just trying to make myself look a little more alive because I had to run some errands. And you just blend it out. And it is so neutral and perfect. But I'm going to go a little brighter because I love cheek color and I want you to see both. And it doesn't have to be scary. I used the Lilac Love yesterday, which is also a limited edition color. So pretty. And that one was very neutral for cheek color. Okay. Now I really got the rosy cheeks. And then same, just like with the bronzer, I like to go back and just kind of blend it all in together, especially that bronzer and the cheek color. I like for them to merge, okay? All right. Finishing spray, y'all. $20, best stuff out there. It will keep your makeup on. It will last. We are going to Winter Gym concert tonight. We have basketball this afternoon, or lunch. We're eating before. It's going to be a long day, so I need my makeup to stay put. Okay. Just like our eyeliner, our lip liner is waterproof. And y'all, that is a game changer, especially if you want to wear gloss, because I don't like to have to constantly reapply, and glosses don't stay all day, right? So I use a lip liner, and you can also switch up the look of a gloss and the color by switching the lip liners. So today I'm going for red because it's Valentine's and I'm wearing my red. And so I'm using our red waterproof lip liner. And I'm just going to line my lips with that. I would love to hear in the comments what you have learned so far or what you're excited to try. Okay, so on the bottom lip, I go a little thicker because, for one, my bottom lip is bigger. But that just helps my gloss last too. Okay. Rub that out. And like I said, it is legit waterproof. And then that same lip gloss I just used on my cheeks, I'm going to use on my lips. We're going to finish this off. There we go. And those lip glosses are $18 for a product you can use on your cheek and your lips. You can't beat that. So there is today's finished Valentine's look. Again, you could switch up the lip color. Even though red is one of my colors, I do not wear it as often as I probably should. I don't know why. I just don't. And so you could do a neutral lip. You could do a pink lip. You can switch up the cheek color and the lips. Pretty much anything goes with that Forever Blush Eye Palette. All right, so let's talk about deals. So if you watch this, you get some special deals with your consultant. So any of the products that I talked about and we use, you can get 10% off when you purchase one product today. You can get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more of those products we talked about today. You can get 20% off when you purchase 3 or more. So if you were like, oh, I love that eye palette, I want to try that, I want that, you can get just this and get 10% off, or you can get this and the secret weapon that I told you about. And you could get your 15% off, or 3 or more items and get your 20% off. If you refer, name and number, 5 of your Galentines to your consultant, then you can get an extra 5% off. So you could get up to 25%. Or if you book a little Girls' Day Galentine pampering session with friends and you give your Mary Kay girl your guest list, so who you're inviting, names and numbers today, like with your order, then you can also get another 5% off of that. So that's how you can get that. There's also a way that you can get 30 or 50% off. And that is joining us. So I'm just going to give you a very quick rundown of how that works, because you only know what you know, right? And a lot of people just don't know. They have no idea. So I did start my business in March of 2014. I was in my 9th year of teaching at the time. And life looked very different. I had been through a divorce. I was single, no kids, 30. And like I said, I was in my 9th year of teaching. I was also working several other jobs, like multiple, right, to make ends meet. And Mary Kay the products were actually brought to me first. Fell in love with the products. I had never taken care of my skin. And so I looked older then than I do now. Definitely feel older now, though. It's those kids that'll do that to you. But I fell in love with the product, and I did need extra money, but I did not want to do sales. I don't like sales to this day. I don't like to sell to people, and I don't like to be sold to. Like my kids' school fundraisers, I'm the parent, or we're the parents that we just give the money. Like, no, we don't want any cookie dough. We don't want, just take my money. Okay. So anyway, at the time, my now husband, we were dating, he was like, I think you should give it a try. So he actually paid for me to start my business. And I was like, well, I get 50% off, because as consultants, we get 50% off of our own products. So that to me was a win, because if I was saving money, that was like making money, right? And I knew I loved these products and I needed to save money wherever I could. So I didn't have to get another part-time job, right? So I started and I fell in love with everything about the company, the opportunity, God first, family second, career third. And I just saw that this could really give me the future that I wanted. I was not wholeheartedly loving teaching anymore. Things had just changed. My life had changed. It was just a totally new season for me. And I knew that I wanted to get married again. I knew that I wanted kids, and I knew that I wanted to be there for my kids. As much as I loved my students, I still have some, like I still call some of them my kids. I've been there for their weddings and their babies and all the things. So I love them dearly, but I wanted to do that for my own kids as well. So I knew that the hours I was having to work and the other jobs I was having to work to supplement and be able to just teach, that was not going to give me that future that I wanted. So I really dug in and started working my Mary Kay business, and within a year became a sales director. So I moved up to the top 1%. And then also, Jonathan and I got engaged. We got married in 2015, went back into that school year, which was my 11th, knowing that that was going to be it. I had built my business. I'd become a director. We were earning our first car, and we have had a company car. We've earned a company car ever since March of 2016. So no car payments for us since then, for me. And that has been a huge blessing. But we also, got pregnant with our first. So when I quit teaching in June of 2016, I was pregnant with our oldest, who is now 9, and then went on to have another little boy. So we have 2 boys, and he is 6. So they are living out that future that I prayed and dreamed about when I was working to build my business while still teaching full time. I get to be there for all the things, and I love it. Like, that to me that's success, right? When a mom gets to drop her kids off and pick her kids up and be there for the class parties and PTO things and all the sport things, like just all the things. That is the level of success that I prayed and dreamed for, but also while getting to still help provide for my family, still getting to make money and actually, help pay bills, right? And not just being, because stay-at-home moms are superheroes. Okay. I need my adult time. I need to feel like, as much as I love being a mom and it is my favorite thing in the world, I still need to feel like I am something else too. So this gives me that avenue. And the best part about it is I get to help other women figure out what their dream and future, looks like, and help them achieve that. I also get to help women feel beautiful and learn how to best take care of themselves so that they can feel confident, because, that's what we're here for, right? And we have to love ourselves before we can truly love others. So that's just a little bit of my story. Things have changed so much since I started back in 2014. And even since me leaving my teaching career in 2016, things have changed here in 2026. Crazy. But the thing that hasn't changed is the way that we make our money, and the fact that we operate on God first, family second, career third. Those things have not changed. We're still family owned. Mary Kay Ash's grandson is our CEO, and it's just an amazing company. It's amazing products. We are European standard, not FDA. So our products are safer, much safer. Don't get me on that soapbox, because I could be on that one. I would need a different YouTube channel for that. But it's so simple to get started. You just say, hey, you know what? What do I have to lose? I can make money, or I can save money, worst case scenario. And it's a $35 decision starting out. And then if you're like, I really want to make money, I'm going to encourage you to do our pro kit, which is another $90. And I can even help you earn the money to get to that $90. So total, it would be $125. So this is what that looks like. So your $35 would get you what we call eStart. That's in the company. You're going to get some things in the mail with like a catalog. You're going to get our new catalog with those beautiful lip glosses on there. You're going to get a great start bundle, which just kind of helps you as a consultant. You're going to get access into our back office, which is called In Touch, Mary Kay In Touch. This is where we do everything as consultants. And you're going to get a My Shop link, which is your website that you are free to share. And the amazing thing with the My Shop link is, if you choose to only work through your My Shop link, so socially or just giving that out, then Mary Kay handles everything. They will get the order from your customer. They will charge your customer. They will pack your order, and they will ship your order. And then they will put your profit into your bank account. You are hands off other than getting that link out to people. And so you can make anywhere from 30% to 50% using that link. And I can talk to you more about that if you're interested. But I'm always like, if you have the opportunity to make or save 50% or 30%, what are we going to do, right? I'm going to go the 50% rack at Target, not the 30% rack. If there's an option. So I can tell you more about that. But like I said, if you're like, Ashley, I want to make money, I need to make money, then we're going to talk about this, which this is a $15, I'm not a $15, a 15-day decision as well. So you can start out with the 35 and then we can chat and add on the $90 kit, which is over $400 worth of things. And we can do that for sure within your first 15 days, or we can do it from the get-go. But those are just decisions that we make based on what you want this to look like for you, because we want it to fit your life and your needs, right? So anywhere from $35 to $125, and you have a business. Where else can you do that, right? And you're going to also get a special gift from us today if you choose to start your business, join our team, save money, make money. You're going to get a little travel mirror, Mary Kay travel mirror, and a welcome box from me as a welcome and thanks for joining us. So yeah, let me know, please, if you have any questions. Don't forget to take advantage of those savings today, or we can chat more about the business opportunity, because we would love to have you. I would love to have your life go from what you thought life was at the age of 30 or whatever to really living out your dreams, traveling with your family, whatever that may be for you. You know, that 30-year-old had no idea what this 42-year-old was in for. And I'm so, so, so grateful for this opportunity. And I'm grateful that you spent time with us. Happy Galentine's. I can't wait to see pictures of you trying these looks. Get with your consultant today and let her know what you learned, what you're excited about, what you're interested in, all the things. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Bye.